In today's episode, we're talking about collecting, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite franchises that I like to collect things for, or I used to, but it's actually Assassin's Creed. So let's get started. Hey everybody, Rob here. Well, welcome to the show. So, as you saw in the beginning, I'm talking about one of my favorite things that I like to collect, or I have to say I used to like to collect. And it's one of my things that, as you can see with my shirt on here, I'm talking about Assassin's Creed. I've played just about every single Assassin's Creed game that was out, and what I like to do is when I collect Assassin's Creed stuff, I like to collect anything that is either real or the action figures. So if you can see, like behind me, you see these action figures that I collect, and every time I play one of the video games, I always get the collector's edition, which comes with the figurine and so on and so forth. So what I want to show you is an example of one of these, where you just get the figurine, and then what I do to make these figurines pop a little bit more. So for example, like I'll grab this Altair one here and bring him forward so you guys can see what's going on. So let's check this out. Okay, so here's my Altair figurine just by himself, and as you can see, kind of look at his face, you can see that he's got his blade. It's pretty cool looking. He's got a lot of detail to him, and he sits on this bell, and the bell doesn't move, but it's made out of like a plastic. So, but it's very, very durable plastic. So, but yeah, when it comes to these figurines, you can see, the detail that they put into them, pretty gosh darn amazing. So, but that's what I like to collect. I like to collect these figurines. But when I first got these figurines, I was just like, wow, these look really cool. But what can I do to make these things pop? And that's why I'm going to show you this next thing real quick. So here we have this, okay? This is a stand, okay? And this stand I had professionally made, okay? And the people that made this for me are a company called Print and Frame. And what I'll do is I'll put down in the description at the bottom, I will tell you all about it, or I can actually even show you a picture here. So what we did is it's basically a frame all the way up top and bottom. And this is canvas here and canvas here. So what they did was, and if you look on the back, there's actually little hooks here on the back, and this is completely open here, so you can actually see the frame and stuff like that. But so I make these stands, and what I do is depending on the character that I have, so like this Altair, I put a background on it from the video game. Now this happens to be, back in the day of like Jerusalem and stuff like that, and you can see all the buildings and the castles, and then if you look kind of down here, you can kind of see more of the castle and stuff like that. So, and there's like part of the castle like right here. And so what I thought would be really cool is with Altair, you take him, and the way he's just sits right on top of this. And so what it does is it gives the background, it kind of looks like he blends in with the background. So if I zoom in here real quick so you guys can check this out, you can kind of see that basically he looks like he's in the town. And then like the actual like bottom looks like part of the stand. So yeah, so I like to make these stands for Assassin's Creed. And the reason I'm showing you these stands is because I actually have a new one that I'm revealing today. Only because, once again, I love Assassin's Creed. Now, I did say in the video though that this used to be something. Let me bump this up here real quick. I did want to say that this used to be something that I also enjoyed. But what happened was that I played the last Assassin's Creed, which was Assassin's Creed Origins. And unfortunately, they changed a lot of things in the game. And so there's a new ranking system, and unfortunately with that ranking system, I wasn't able to enjoy the game like I used to with all the other ones. So unfortunately, the last Assassin's Creed I played was Origins, and I won't be getting the new one. But I decided, hey, you know, when I was going to play Origins, I was going to give it a chance. So of course, I bought the collector's edition. So, but with the collector's edition, you know, if I get this statue, I got to get a stand for it. So I made a stand for it. So my new stand, which I'm going to show you now, let me go grab it here, is made by the same company. This time they put a backing on it, and they also put a backing underneath as well. So this is the first time they've done it this way. They still put the hangers on it, but this is the new reveal to my new Assassin's Creed Origins, which if you guys have not seen the Assassin's Creed Origins, it takes place in Egypt. So this is the new stand. So let me zoom in there so you guys can see the background, and you can actually take a look at the whole stand itself. But as you can see, this is straight out of the game, by the way, and it's the same thing. This is canvas, and then down on the bottom this is canvas as well. So you can see that we made this look like the top in here of these buildings, made it look sandy, and we did that for a reason, because when you guys see the statue that goes on top of it, it makes perfect sense. So here is my statue. This is Bayek, and he sits just right on top like that, and there you go. Now I'll zoom in on Bayek here so you guys can see the amount of detail that they put in this statue. And you can see why we put this kind of dirty, dusty on the bottom, because he's got like dust and dirt all along the top of the statue. And then you can see Bayek himself with his bow, and he's got his arrows up here, and then of course he's got his sword sitting over here on the side. So, but the amount of detail that is in this background makes him look like he's right in there. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you my new collector item, which is basically, and my last Assassin's Creed piece, which is the statue with its background on its new stand, which now I have a spot right behind me back here that we're just going to put him in there. So if you guys have any questions or you're curious about this, as I said, I'm going to put down the company that made this for me, which is called Print and Frame. I will put their description down in the bottom for you, and I'll even show you a picture of them, which was in the previous part of this video. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comments down below. If this is your first time to the show and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button for me. Also hit that like button for me if you really like the videos that I'm showing. So other than that, you guys out there, enjoy collecting, have fun collecting, keep enjoying what you're collecting, because, well, if you don't, then there's no point in collecting, is there? So other than that, guys, you have yourself a good day, and I'll see you later.